Hello everyone, welcome to Pratha. This is Kavita Koparkar. So many of you don't know how to drape a saree on your own. Many of you are bored of draping the saree in the same style again and again. So many of you want to drape the same saree differently every time you wear it. For young girls who want to wear sarees in a trendier manner, this is the correct segment for you, in which I'll be showing very interesting saree draping styles. Today's segment is about draping this beautiful Katan silk by Pratha, and I'm going to be showing a very interesting drape. Stay tuned till the end of the video. So let's begin. Today I'll be showing a very interesting drape of this beautiful Katan silk Banarsi saree by Pratha. This is not our usual saree petticoat drape. We are draping this on a beautiful lehenga skirt. Okay, so automatically this saree is going to get a non-saree look. It is a lehenga style draping that I'll be showing. Those who don't want the saree to be too heavy when you drape the saree, this is a perfect style for you because the weight is going to be distributed. It is not going to be just on one point where we actually tuck the pleats. So it's a very beautiful drape. Let's begin. It's a lovely saree. It's a very lightweight saree. It's not a very heavy in weight saree. It's easy to drape. Today Isha is wearing this crop top kind of a blouse. You can always style your sarees with different style blouses and not just the typical traditional blouses. That's what I usually tell all my clients, all my bridal clients. The original blouse piece of the saree is intact. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck this blouse piece so that it's easier for us to learn the draping technique. So yes, let's go, let's begin. I'm starting the draping. So we'll start like the usual saree. I'm just going to start tucking from this point, okay? But I'm not going to tuck the saree entirely. I'm going to start making pleats right away, okay? Let's begin. We start with this end, and now I'm going to make small pleats and start overlapping partially, okay? So I'm not going to overlap the pleat entirely. I'm just going to make a partial pleat and start tucking. So I'm making sure that all the pleats fall at the same height, like I said. I'm just making small pleats. Don't waste a lot of material. This pleat shouldn't be too big so that you get more pleats with the saree. This is the next one. As I'm going ahead, I'm just lifting the saree so that the height is adjusted. Now this particular saree has vertical patterns, so I'm making sure that the vertical patterns are intact and they don't just go cross, okay? So this is the next pleat. Now let's go behind. I'm going to continue these lehenga style pleats till this part, okay? And on the back side, we will just normally tuck the saree. Make sure all the pleats are nice. Now here, this is the blouse piece. That's why it might look a little different right now, but when it's your saree, it's the innermost end. It will be plain. It will look very pretty. So let's go ahead. Now if you don't want to waste the height or length of your pallu, you can just take a straight tuck here at the back and not make more pleats. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a straight tuck here, not making any pleats, so that I can get a slightly longer pallu. Again, when I come here on the side, I'm just going to make a slight pleat so that it looks like a lehenga, it doesn't look like a saree. So as you can see, till this point I have nicely pleated the saree. This is how the pleats will look. Now let's go to the pallu. There are so many variations that we can do with this pallu. You can just take a Gujarati pallu, you can take a normal saree style pallu. So today I'm going to do a little different and a young style of draping. So let's see what we do here. When you pleat the pallu and if you have tassels at the end of the pallu, right now this is an unfinished saree, so it does not have tassels. But if it has tassels, a very quick, easy tip is just fold the tassels part and then start pleating the pallu. It's a very easy tip, but it makes your pleating of the pallu very easy. So I'm making nice and narrow pleats here with this pallu. We don't want a very broad pallu, it's a nice scallop border. So I'm going to make sure that the scallop border comes right in the front, and that's it, that's the width of the pallu. When I make pallu pleats, I usually either tie a safety pin over here, or I can just tie a clip, yeah. So I can just tie a clip right here, and the pallu is secure. Can you hold this for me? Yes. Now I'll just make the pleats nice and even. See, I'll just nicely make sure it's flat. There should not be any cream or oil on your hands when you actually drape these sarees. So now I'm just making the pallu long enough for Isha here so that it looks nice, it doesn't look too short on her. Again, I'll go a little high. So this is an easy way for you. So you just keep holding slightly higher, leave the rest of the pallu. It's an easy way to fold. If you're doing it on your own, you can just keep putting it on the back of your shoulder. Now this is the next part. I'm just trying to make the pallu as long as possible. Okay. So yes, this is it. For example, I will just show you the length. This is the length. This is the length of the pallu. One very important tip to pin up the pallu is the pin should always be exactly on the shoulder. It should not be in the front. The pallu should never be pinned in the front. It should be either exactly on the shoulder or slightly behind. Okay. And when you pleat it, make sure that it is slightly, the pleats are slightly sliding towards the inner side. So that now when I will open this clip, this will never be like this. The pallu's inside will never come out if you actually nicely slide the pleats and then pin it up. Okay. The pleat should start from one point and then they should nicely slide. This is the pin. It is a nice sliding pleats that I showed you. Okay. So we are done with this pin. Now you can turn around. So I'm going to be showing 3 versions of this drape. Okay. So this is the first version. The pleats are nice and thin. She's wearing a nice crop top, so she doesn't need to really hide the blouse. So it look very pretty if it just falls like this. The border is highlighted in this style, and you can actually accentuate this drape with a nice belt. I'll be showing how the belt looks. So I'll be tying a belt so that it's a beautiful secured drape that we are doing. Belts are very much in trend. Belts look very beautiful on sarees. They give the saree a very young and non-saree look. So yes, here we are with the first drape. I'll just ask Isha to turn around so that you can see the drape nicely. So I'll remove this pin that we had secured the pallu in. It's a nice, I just want to show this once again. Just look at how beautifully the pallu opens up. It does not go the other side. This is just one small trick which makes the pallu fall so beautifully. I'll just ask Isha to turn around and show you this lovely style of drape. It's a beautiful lehenga saree which actually celebrates the border, the beautiful border of this saree. And here we go. So this was style number 1 of the pallu. I'll be showing one more style. So let's move to the next type of dupatta pinning up. So the lehenga style pleats will remain the same. Instead of taking the dupatta pleats on this shoulder, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pleats on the other shoulder. Okay. So the pleats will be facing inward. Usually the pleats on this pallu are facing outward. So this is the last pleat. It is going to face inward. Okay. So let me just nicely tidy up this and I'll show you. A very interesting style. Just look at how beautifully this part falls on the saree. So make sure that the saree is a softer saree and it's not a very stiff saree, because for this kind of a drape you need a good fall to that fabric. Okay. So yes, let's begin. I'm going to again use the belt to style this because it's very easy to carry once you secure the pallu in the belt. Let me pin up the pallu first. Just turn around for me, turn around. Now this pinning is a little tricky because I will be pinning the saree on the opposite side and this part is the open part. So how will we slide the pleats? There will be no sliding of the pleats. All the pleats will be exactly on top of each other. Okay. The pallu will be a little shorter for this variation and I will nicely pin up the saree. Remember again, the pin should not be in the front. It should be exactly on the shoulder or slightly towards the back. Okay. So yes. So the pallu, this is how the pleats will fall and the pallu will open up in the exactly opposite direction than the first drape. A very beautiful pleat, very beautiful pallu. Just open up the lower side. This is how it looks. And now I am going to secure this with a belt. Make sure you place the belt a slightly lower position than the first drape. It's a slightly lower position. Like I said, belts make these kind of drapes a little manageable. If you want, you can secure this part with a small pin here, but personally I try to keep my saree drapings as less pinned up as possible. That is the best way to drape a saree. So yes, this is how we've styled it. Let's take a look at this draping, lehenga draping style number 2. I'll be showing one more last style. Stay tuned. Let's begin with the third drape. Now I'll again take this pallu on the left shoulder. These were the pleats that we started with. Now what I'm going to do is I will not pleat up the saree and I'm just going to take it single layered. Yeah, this is how I'm going to take it. I'll just nicely secure this pallu here. It's in perfect length. It's not too long, not too short. I will nicely secure it. Again, the pin has to be towards the back and not towards the front. Make sure it is towards the back or exactly on the shoulder. So I've just pinned up the single layer of pallu. Now what we'll do is very interesting. So this is one type wherein you can just keep it open with a nice fall on the lower side, but we've already done that in the first type of draping. Now what I'm going to do is this part is going to be very neat and clean. So this side, just turn around. So this front will go here at the back. What I'm going to do is I'll just take some small pleats on the back and then these pleats will be tucked. Okay. Let me tuck the pleats and show you. This is how beautiful the drape looks. So it is a lehenga style. From this side, on the lower side, you can see the lehenga pleats falling and it's a beautiful. So this style you can wear for evening functions, for receptions. Even if you are a bride and it's your wedding, you can think of draping a saree in this manner, which will make it look very grand and not like a typical traditional saree. So yes, just have a look at the third type. The turn around kar. This is it. So this was our lehenga style draping video. We showed beautiful 3 different pallu techniques. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Do like, share and subscribe. Do subscribe to my channel. Mention in the comments whatever different styles you would like to see. Thank you for watching.